pretty much a random game and go from there. Um, these were my favorite games that I played. Let me see if it let me update. Oh wow, somebody did a Jump King and Pico-8. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Let me see. Let's do Jump King. Because I played the original Jump King and it is really um what can I say? It's pretty brutal. But let's go ahead. We'll play this for about 15 minutes. And doesn't sound like it has any sound though. Okay, it does. Oh my goodness. This is so trolly. I hate this game sometimes. No. But I mean they did a very good job. Wait, what? Nice. Nice. No. No. Okay. Nope. But so I did the question actually, as I always do, I do the chat discussion question and it did actually pop up. And you guys might have missed it. So I will go ahead and while we're playing this, I will go ahead and ask the question that popped up. So tonight's question is, would you rather be stranded in a jungle or in a desert? Was the question for tonight. So feel free to answer that in the chat. Myself personally, I will of course answer. For me, I said that I would prefer to no, that I would have preferred to be trapped in the wait. What was that? That I would rather be trapped in a jungle than in the desert. And Dan Van Dam and we talked about it a bit. And I was like, well, for me, the reason why I would prefer to be trapped in the jungle over the desert is because you have more resources in a jungle. Where in a desert, if you can't find the resources, you kind of get messed around. Like prime example, it gets really hot during the day in the desert, and it gets brutally cold at night. So I would prefer to be in the jungle, take my chances with the like predators and stuff like that, but have the resources. Like, you would be able to find food. Whereas in the desert, you might not run across no the animals. Nope. Oh, that was nice. Nope. No, oh, this game's so trolly. You might not run across animals that you actually need or the things you need to survive in the desert, and then you have to deal not only with the heat but the extreme cold at night. So that was why I chose the jungle, because in the jungle, you have the plant life. You can probably find trees to eat plants. Um, you can probably also find an animal to, also eat, if that's your thing. Um, there's places where you can possibly find shelter, things like that. So I was like, I chose the jungle based on resources amount, because again, if you don't find the resources you need in the desert, you're pretty much screwed. I mean, of course, if you do happen to come across, say, like an animal, a bigger animal, I suppose you could technically use it as shelter by cutting out its insides and stuff, but, you know, But if not, then as Dan had brought up in our conversation, you would need to like dig underground, and I just don't imagine a lot of people using their, like animal friend or an animal to use as shelter per se. Maybe as food, but but not as a shelter type thing. So, nope. And like I said, we're gonna try to play this for 15 minutes. Oh my goodness, I fell out of my bed now. Now this makes me wonder if the developers for the original Jump King, did they use Pico 8 to actually create, like the prototype for Jump King? Because, like, and I always bring it up because it tends to be one of the most successful games that started out on Pico 8, and that is Celeste. Apparently for Celeste, they built the prototype on Pico 8, so it was available on Pico 8 before it became the Kickstarter and the Celeste that we now know today. So, so it kind of makes you wonder if this is like, fan made, or did the developer go back and decide, yeah, nailed it, that they were gonna, no, and decided they were gonna do a Pico 8 version, you know. Because, too, I would say, too, making Pico 8 games, too, is also kind of a good way to get your games out there, too. Because even though there's not a lot of people playing Pico 8, it still has a pretty, like, kind of like a cult, like, following. So, yeah, nailed it. No! Didn't nail it. No. Uh-huh. No! No! Oh, my goodness. I went all the way back down to the bottom. That happened. Yep, that happened. But for the most part, this stays true to the actual. So I think I'd go jungle for a change. Yeah, right on. I feel you. Cause like I said, for me, I automatically was like, yeah, I know for sure I would choose jungle because the resources. I'm like one of those type of people that I'd rather, um, basically coming for where I'm from. I've always been taught to like it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. And I feel like the desert kind of puts you, if you're in the desert, it puts you in a situation where there's a lot of stuff you will need, but you may not have. Whereas in the jungle, you have everything you may need, but you don't necessarily have to have it. So, no! Crap! Think we figured that out the last time. And yeah, so had an interesting day today. Um, I started getting my packages in, and I'm pretty sure the Amazon person is going to be sick of me by the end of this week. But I started getting some of my packages in, and again, where I'm from, it gets pretty cold quickly. Ironically, we've been in the 70s, which is, well, I guess not weird, but usually here, um, we have warm weather where it should kind of actually be cold. Um, we're gonna have a really brutal winter. No, no, no. Huh. I feel like nice. Let's see where we need to go. No. Dirty dog. Nope. Nope. Okay, we're probably gonna play this for about 10 minutes. I think we said we would jump this way. Nice. I am not gonna get mad. I am not gonna get mad. I will not get angry. I will not get angry. That just made me so mad though. Oh my goodness. Uh, okay, we got this though. We got this, right? We got this. We got this. Oh, Jump King, you never. Because I was going to say, I don't know if I actually have. I mean, I have it, but I don't know if it's installed. If I have it. Because I know I have it, and I think I have it on PC, but I don't know if it's installed or not. Because I remember when I first got this, the developer had, like, sent me an email, you know, and, you know, they were like, hey, you know, we see you cover indie games. I think it might have been a solo developer. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, developer sends me an email and it's like, hey, you know, we see you cover indie games and was wondering if you would like to cover, you know, my game. It's like a really hard platforming game. And it's kind of like, you know, games like Celeste and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, sure, because I had always wanted to play Celeste. But I like to say that Jump King is kind of like Celeste meets Getting Over It. So, yeah. No, I overshot. We might be able to play for 15. Because it is Friday, and because it is Friday, there is a chance that I may go over the 1 a.m. for my stream. So, especially because Dan and I are not streaming on Saturdays anymore. So, I am taking Fridays to do like a little bit of a longer stream if needed. So, I can do 15 minutes of this. Like, I can do. I know I can make it. I can make it. Nice. Yeah, I forgot I wasn't going that way. Because all we're going to do is, we'll do, like I said, we'll do 15 minutes of this. And at the 15-minute mark for this, I will stop it, and then we'll do our first actual coverage game. We'll do our first coverage game. But because the first coverage game is going to be a visual novel, I won't do too much of it. Ooh, that was dangerous. You know, because I like to try to keep visual novels kind of short when I do coverage for those. Mainly because, again, you know, some people like to actually like visual novels and would like to, you know, experience it for themselves. So I always feel like, who am I to take that from said person? We can do this for 15 minutes. So I will do probably 15 minutes of the visual novel and then, you know, move to the other games. So it was fine that the Pico-8 got redeemed. So, because I was debating, I was only going to do 15 minutes of the visual novel anyway. Because ideally, like when I provide coverage, I like to pretty much, I'm the type of person, unless I'm really into the game, which most of the games I do really be into. But since we're back here at the beginning, but I'm the type of person that when I play games, I don't like to play too much of them because ideally I like to say I'm the type of person that I'm giving you a taste of the game. So if you enjoy it, you know, you'll want to buy it because you'll want to know, well, what else happens. And that's how I've always kind of done my coverage. Done just enough to get you interested in the game. And like I said, I mean, there are games that I have done gameplay through them, and the only reason I started doing gameplay series is because people started asking um, if I did gameplay series. But again, usually my gameplay series are done on YouTube and my website. Like I tried not to get too caught up with them on the actual live streams. That happened. Well, that's not right. No. So I was working on an art project today because in my spare time, when I'm not actually making content, I am actually kind of like more so painting and stuff. I like to paint, and so I've been doing like canvas art lately, and I just discovered paint markers, and so I'm working on a small canvas art for Thanksgiving, and realized I did not have certain colors to finish out said artwork. So tomorrow I am actually going to be headed because Joanne Fabrics is having a fantastic sale around here with by me, and it Joanne Fabrics, you know, it's a trap. One, I live literally like right around the corner from Joanne, so um, but they're having a really good sale on a really good brand of paint markers. And so, you know, when I seen them, the brand, it's because they're sitting right here. They are Tombow. Exactly. It's just like that, like legit. Okay, so legit, true story. So I went there, not today. I was gonna go today, but decided not to. So I went yesterday. I think it was Thursday. I went. So went Thursday because Thursday because my son was in school. So I go there mainly. You know, I'm looking around, find the paint markers that I like. Again, I really love using paint markers. They're you know, less messy, things like that. And work turns out beautiful. Once I finish the little canvas art, I will take a picture and put it on Twitter. But so I get there and I'm looking and I was like, oh, okay. So the marker sets, they're a Tombow and they're $30 a pop. You know, they're a really good set. So they're buy one, get one 50% off. I said, okay, I'll get this. And I'm like, okay, I'll, buy the markers. And I've already hit my 15-minute mark. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy these markers here. And so I end up spending roughly about $65 or so because or 50 something dollars because one, I end up getting my son. My son's really into art as well, so he likes to draw and stuff. So I ended up getting him like a little art kit with twistable crayons because he likes the twistable color pencils rather, because he likes those types of color pencils. And so I get him that, and I get my markers. And so on my app, because I have the Joanne Fabrics app, I had a coupon for 20% off, which made it like 53 after I, did that, donated to St. Jude, things like that. And then as I'm checking out, what falls into my hand? I end up getting a coupon for 50% off and another one for 20% off. So yeah, I have more coupons. So Joanne Fabrics is a trick, but I love Joanne Fabrics. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead though and stop the Pico-8 game here though. But yeah, Pico-8 is a nice little platform to create games as well as play them. So they do have their own site, but because this was a redeem thing, I don't have the information. But if you pretty much go to Google and type in Pico-8, it will bring up the site for you to purchase it. If you happen to buy the bundle that itch.io did during the summer, they actually gave this out for free in that bundle. So